Peter Idaewo is a retired publisher turned farmer.
I worked with Macmillan Publishers for 32 years, and I rose to become the national marketing manager. 22 years in Benin and 10 years in Lagos as the overall head of marketing nationwide. And that job took me to every nook and cranny of this country. There's no city that I've not been to. And all that time, farming and agriculture was in my mind.
Peter is from a family that loves farming. His community in Agenebode is known for cassava cultivation. So after retirement, he decided to make the most of the raw material readily available in his community.
Our basic raw material is cassava, and it's a staple crop in this environment. And this part of Nigeria, it's South Central, that is Edo North. We're very much into cassava. And there's a very big factory not far from, very big farm not far from here. It's called Leventis Foundation. So we have an MOU with them, and they grow cassavas for this factory. And just recently, we signed another batch of MOU with them, facilitated by the Bank of Industry. So as I speak with you, we have over 250 tons of cassava paid for upfront to serve this factory. The federal government, through the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Development, in conjunction with National Cassava Growers Association, CGA, are also empowering 121 farmers to grow cassava for this factory. So you can see we are already playing a strategic role for this, and that is the purpose of man here on earth, to ennoble your environment.
With sheer ingenuity and determination and funding from the Bank of Industry, Peter's business took off. He produces a variant of processed cassava called Idaewo Casalina. It is produced through a thorough fermentation process that removes all the odor from the commodity. A process, he says, sets the product apart.
But we studied the deficiencies of most flour products in the market. You find that what they call odorless fufu and others. In most cases, the way they process it, you find that it still has some taint of odor. But our variant of Casalina does not have any odor at all. It's completely odorless. It's very smooth because it's all machine process, and it goes through, and we are very patient with it. It's fermented virtually under running water, so that the odor is gotten rid of stage by stage. And you can see we have hydraulic pressers, where our women used to use other stones to press, or they use this local jack. No, here we press a button. In 15 minutes, it's reduced to very hard cake. So now we are also into HQCF, which is high quality cassava flour, which is our second main product. And this is being projected by the federal government. And we hope that the price issues and others will be put behind us any moment from now, and then we'll be fully into it. We have capacity here to produce not less than 7 tons a day. So if the price is right, then of course we will do it. There's nobody who is into cassava that has not known about here. And the federal government has taken, the federal ministry has taken few examples from this place. There are machines here that are first of its kind in this country. There's some machines here that run on just palm kernel shell and coal. They don't use diesel, they don't use kerosene, they don't use petrol. No other place in this country you find such machines. It's just of sheer ingenuity and determination.
The Idaewo factory is a medium-sized one, loaded with locally sourced cassava processing machines like the homogenizer, granulator, detoxifier, the pulverizer, hammer mills, fermentation tanks, among others, all made with stainless steel. Processing in this factory starts with the peeling of cassava. It is then washed, fermented, and dried.
So once cassava has been peeled from the peeling shed I show you over there, it comes in here for fermentation. We have fermentation tanks around the factory floors, as you can see. Then after fermentation, it goes to pulverize. This is the pulverizer. The duty of this machine is to remove the fiber from cassava that has been fermented, and then for us to get the slurry, which will now go for further processing. Now, this one is a 20 horsepower hammer mill. when we are producing cassava flour, instead of using grater, like smaller nations, instead of using grater, this one is what we use is a hammer mill. This is capable of reducing 2 tons of cassava in less than an hour to pulp. From there, you get that. And then after this, you can bag them and press. From the study that we have gotten there, they are now put into these tanks for more water to drain from it before we will go to the next stage. This one, you are seeing now, is waiting, final pressing and drying by tomorrow. Now, this is the starch extractor. So when we are producing starch, after the starch has been milled by the hammer mill there, it is pumped through this extractor. And water is allowed to drip on it from the overhanging tap. And it washes the starch to this other plate. It's a stainless steel other plate. And you can see 2 openings there. One is where the slurry goes to sedimentation tanks. One is where the fiber comes out. Now, you get this, it's a geared motor that rotates this mesh to wash the starch off the fiber. Then it comes here. These are the sedimentation tanks where the starch is poured in. It's allowed to remain for some hours. Then the water is removed from the top. Then we harvest the slurry, and then it goes to for pressing over there. Now, this is the detoxifier. This machine removes poisonous gases from cassava after it has been freshly milled with the hammer mill. And then it spins around and around, and the gas escapes before you harvest it there and take it there to hydraulic pressers. The whole of this that you are seeing here, up to that and the one lying on the ground, is our first flash dryer made in Nigeria, the first of its kind, like I told you earlier, that uses coal and palm kernel shell as source of heat energy. There's a time feeder here where the product is introduced and a regulated quantity is taken at a time to join the heat that is extracted from underneath this exchanger, and it goes up, and goes above the roof and comes out there all in less than 60 seconds. It's in a flash. That's why perhaps it's called flash dryer.
The latest addition to the business is a 6-cyclone flash dryer, which produces close to 6 tons of cassava flour per day.
The product passes through here and it's going there, then the moisture evaporates through the bags that you are seeing, and then the product comes out from here. So the harvest is done from here. So while the moisture escapes from under here, so the moisture escapes from under here, and then it goes up. So that's the latest addition, and you can work like this for 10 hours non-stop, and we will have a lot of product. Now, this is a dry mill. When we leave the flash dryer and take the product of this place, we're going to get the final milling. So you can see that the cassava is poured into this place. Then as it's milling here, that's a mill. Then this is a cyclone that sucks the pure powder from here. So it sucks the pure powder from here before it's blown into this place, and now comes out from here. So what is going on there now is that the powder, the milling is coming inside here. So you can see. So that from here we got the final finished product. From here we only go to packaging into 1 kg, 25 kg or 50 kg as the case may be. So this is final drying, so this is the final destination of cassava in this factory. After it has been marrowed, from peeling to washing, fermentation, drying, 2 places, and it comes here, from there, finish. And then you get your fine cassavina, the best ever from cassava. So this is Idawo cassavina, made solely from fresh cassava tubers. No additives, nothing else, no blemish, like you saw from the processing. It's fermented so that sugar is used up. So there's no fear of diabetics, and it's very light food. The fiber content is considerably reduced. You know, cassava has a lot of fiber. So it's considerably reduced so that you don't have excess of fiber in it. And it's, as you can see, it's proudly Nigeria. There's no part of it that is imported. Everything here is all made in Nigeria and made in this factory.
In our farms is also experimenting with coal. It uses it as surface dressing to grow vegetables.
This is tomatoes. This is less than 6 weeks after it has been transplanted. You can see that they are getting ready to ripe now. You can see the size already at this age. So you can see the whole of this farm. You can see that nothing is left to waste. Next year, we are going to use the cassava peels that we have now. We are going to plow it into these grounds to manure it as organic manure and grow more fruits. So this is just an experiment that has reached this amazing stage of fruiting.
The very optimistic farmer believes the quality of his product is what gives him the competitive advantage in the market, and sees his products becoming a major staple in the home of an average Nigerian.
Make cassava and another product side by side, and you will know that if you have to pay a little for cassava more than this, you know that it's well worth it. So that's the option that I have. And coming from the background of marketing and in the book industry, where competition and piracy is their major enemy, for 32 years, you can be sure that I'm a warrior. So I got no problem with competition.